Good evening and welcome to the Road to 40, my nightly vlog where I talk about all kinds of fun things. What am I going to talk about tonight? Who knows? Anywho, I'm Jason, and like I said, this is the Road to 40. What I'd like to talk about very briefly here is I haven't reviewed these yet. I'm just not excited about it. I haven't been excited about a lot of things lately. Existing being one of them. I don't mean that in a negative way, although there's really no positive way about really approaching that subject matter. What do you say we give these a whirl? Let's start this off with a what's on the menu tonight. I need to do some theme music or a little jingle or something or some graphics for what's on the menu tonight. Kind of like this. What is on the menu tonight, bitches? Now, either A, I cut that out, or B, you just saw an epic intro to what is on the menu tonight, bitches. What's with the nod? Why am I nodding? It's so weird. I may not even do anything. Okay, anyway, we're going to go with the first smell here. I am fairly certain. See, this says limited time only. I mean, do they mean it only comes out in December? Because I know I've had these before, and I think they were good. But I have a feeling I could be wrong, because it's weird that they would say limited time only. Oh yeah, ooh, jeez. Reminds me. Alright, if I had to, this is either a homemade burger or Hardee's. I recently had Hardee's again after a long time. I'm trying not to eat a lot of fast food because I'm trying to lose weight. And I slowly have been eating less at night and just eating less through the day. Skipping meals. Vomiting. I know that's not to joke about. I'm sure there's people that go through a lot of issues with vomiting. And what do you call that? I don't care. So I'm getting there. I haven't been making the leaps and bounds. The thing is, let me start over on this subject matter. When you first start, when you make the first step, I know for me, I always build it up, and that's when I fail miserably at things. When I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it this way, and this is how I'm going to succeed at it, instead of just doing it. And by the time I've built it up, I'm just so terrified of, like, all the steps in between point A and point B that I never take that first step, and I stay where I am forever. And that's not even really specific. I mean, that's in general. That's happened to me a lot in my life, where like the idea of something or the even talking about the idea of something is almost enough to sate that thirst so that you don't have the drive and the direction and the real oomph to go after it. I don't know. That's a sucky place to be. Like, the hardest thing, though, I think for anybody is taking that first step for anything. I mean, honestly taking a first step. Not saying you're taking a first step. But, like, if you're going skydiving, I don't care if you're in the plane. I don't care if you got the parachute on. I don't care if you're standing at the door. Till you take the first step, you haven't skydived? Skydiving? Skydiving. What do you think of that word? See, I'm already feeling better. I don't know what it is. Sometimes lately I just get into these foul little ruts. Maybe it's post-Christmas. I mean, we had such a nice day in the family and everything. And today was a nice day, too. I mean, we hung out with the kids. We played video games again. I went out and, what the hell did I do today? Oh, I picked up something. We were going to a friend's house, and they have two girls. And so I wanted to get them something a little different. And I was thinking Nerf guns, and then I knew that they made the girl Nerf guns, and I hate the whole gender bending. I mean, I like the gender bending thing. I don't like the stereotypical, you're a boy, you wear blue. I know there's music videos out there, there's topics you can read about, but to the core, I just feel like we've inbred that into our children. And it's not like it's a bad thing if a boy wants to be a boy or a man or whatever, meaning a man, then that's fine. But let him make that decision to get to that point. I don't know how I just got off on that subject, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to spread positivity, happiness, and love, and cheer, and sometimes I just feel like I bring the world down. And maybe, I don't know. that just adds to the depression of it all. Not that I'm a depressed person. I had a great day. Like I said, we hung out with friends. I went shopping, which I love going shopping, believe it or not. And I just end up in a rut, and I don't know how or why, or I don't know. We made those drinks for our friends, Katie and Alex. I will name them. The naughty dog that the guys at Kind of Funny did a little thing on last week. I don't know if they record them on a regular basis or if they just recorded a bunch of them and now they're playing them as they go along. I imagine they don't drive down to, I believe it's LA, every weekend to do the show. Or maybe they do. And if they do, that's pretty cool. It's nice to have tradition like that. Anywho, we brought them over there. We made those drinks for them. I made them a little bit weak, and I was disappointed in myself. But all in all, I really like that drink. And I know this is going to sound silly, but I was really excited. I tweeted at the 4 guys at Kind of Funny, telling them that I had posted their video and thanking them for doing the video. And I didn't expect any connectivity, I guess. I don't know how to say that. I mean, it's so funny. Like I used to think about big time celebrities. Not that these guys, aren't in their own right, but like actors and authors and stuff like that. There's this huge wall we place between us and them. And like I said, I think these guys are great guys, but they're just friends doing an internet show that have gained popularity through, IGN or the Game Over Greggy channel before it was Kind of Funny. But nonetheless, Nick had favorited my tweet. I was so excited. Like, that really made me smile, and it really made my day. Like, when I got it, I was just like, man, that's cool. He actually took the time. Well, I think he took the time because I had 6 views, and then after that I had 7 views. And I was like, man, that's cool. I'm really glad that, it was worthwhile. He didn't have to recognize it. He didn't even have to click on the link. But that makes me happy. And I'm not saying that it doesn't make me happy that everybody else who watches the show on a regular basis, that makes me just as happy every day. I'm just saying I wasn't expecting something like that, whereas I kind of expect a certain amount of friends on the road with me to tune in. I do. I mean, sure, there might be a regular of 7 people, 6 people, but that's enough for me. That's so awesome. It's so exciting. And to have somebody recognize it that I admire and I enjoy watching was really cool, I thought. Without further ado. Oh. Oh, these are strong. This is definitely not the same cheeseburger Pringle never mind, that I had last time. The first time, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they weren't cheeseburger. These are strong with flavor. This has got everything. I can taste mustard and ketchup and lettuce and even taste pickles. I don't like pickles, but in a chip, they're not that bad. This is the kind of chip I want to eat alongside a cheeseburger or stuff it in a cheeseburger to taste it more like how I like to eat my cheeseburgers. I just wish the flavor was spread out a little bit more. It seems like this first chip. Let me try another chip. Let me go down about 5, 6, 10, 12, 9, 8 chips. Sometimes when Pringles does their flavoring, they really coat the shit out of these things. Sorry, Dr. Carl. Were you running late? Do you have an excuse? Where's your note, bitch? Alright, let's try number 8 or 9 into the pile. Or not. No. Very, very unique taste. Lots and lots of flavor. Very salty, though. I usually like a lot of salt on things, but in this case, it just doesn't work. There's so much flavor that I want less. It's a good word, huh? Salinity. Can you use salinity when it's not in water? Is that the measurement? No, sodium, I guess. Lots of flavor till the cows come home. Really. We'll wash that down with a nice tasty beverage. Nothing says lovin' like a White Russian, I tell you, man. Just soothes the soul. Alright. We have smelt them. We have tasted them. We have felt them in our souls. I do like the new Pringles logo guy. Whoever designed that, I like his art. I know there's not a lot to go by there, but I like the movement in the hair. Like there's almost like a little bit of a breeze or something. He's looking up at something. He's looking up at the world. Making flavors like this, he should. I tell you, Pringles does it right. They're inexpensive, unhealthy, and they pack original flavors really well. Kind of like Oreos do for sweets, Pringles does for salty for me. Like when they do pizza ones, or if they do buffalo ones, or if they do ranch ones, like they taste distinctly familiar to the original flavors, but nothing like each other. Like they're a very capable company of making different flavors. And because of that, man, I would have gone higher with this. But because they were so salty, I had to take away at least a few points for that. I'm going to say a 7.5. They're definitely way above average. They're good. Bordering on great. But it's not there yet. They need to dial back the sodium or salinity. Add a little bit more ketchup and cheese. I'd be thrilled. But I'm very impressed with the direction that they've taken with these. I can't even pronounce. Look at this. Look at that language on the back. I don't mind. I'm not like all about America. You know me. But that's weird. Is that that's I bet you it's oh, what language is that? Crap. I don't want to make an idiot of myself. I'm thinking of something right now. Can't remember. Anywho, yeah, 7.5. Give them a whirl if you're out there. They're only $1.50 at most. $1.88 I think at Walmart. If you like cheeseburgers and you like Pringles, then you should definitely give Cheeseburger Pringles a go. I like them, and so should you. You don't have to. If you don't like this flavor, then I would totally understand. It's bold. It's in your face. It's down your throat. Shut up, Dr. Carl. It's just absolutely divine and delightful. It's wondrous. It's just a little too much salt. That's all I got to say about that. I'm just blending this right in with the regular episode tonight because I'm not ready to say goodbye. And neither should you. With a face like this, god damn it, man. Seriously. Look at it. I know I've been a little cocky lately. Let's talk about that. Between 19 and 23, I was the cockiest son of a bitch you'll ever meet. Oh, no, you don't know. You have no idea. I was full of myself. I was in a position in my life where, you know how you have a group of friends, but there's always a few people that stand out as the ones that you migrate to. Their house, their event, their band, their whatever. I'm not saying that I was that individual. I'm just saying that I was a part of that close circle of people. And I felt like confident, not just in myself for the first time in my life, because I'd always been picked on in school growing up. I was a really smart kid. I wasn't a nerd by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I probably fit into that whole loner, geek type person. Like, yes, I was smart, but I also played Dungeons and Dragons, which I guess kind of do go hand in hand. I was the video game geek. I was the wrestling. That's something we're going to talk about soon. I haven't touched enough about wrestling on here, and Carol brought it up. Probably not now because we're already about 15 minutes into this episode. But it played a big part in my life, and I know I've talked about it before, but I want to dedicate a good 20 minutes to a half hour to just talking about growing up with wrestling. I was a huge fan of it. So that'll come another night, probably tomorrow night. What I was talking about was that I never felt like much of anything. I was very tried to stay out of the line of sight of everyone in school growing up. Teachers, faculty, fellow students, even friends. I didn't want friends. Especially a lot of this stemmed from growing up right after when my dad died and starting school in a new city with no friends and no one I knew. I look past that a lot and I don't talk about it very much, but there was a time when I didn't want anybody around me. I didn't want to get close to anybody. I was young. I was 7 years old. My dad had died, and I started school less than a month later, a few days later. That was rough, man. And I remember things now that I sit and I think about it, which is pretty cool because it doesn't happen very often. I remember going into the school that summer and sitting down with the principal, H.H. Galligan. I was going into second grade. I want to say Dooley, but I think I'd be wrong. That might have been Kohanet, or that might have been my second grade teacher. I can't remember. But I remember sitting there with my mother. This was I think, days after. Right after my father died. And sitting in there and talking about transferring to the school. Wow, man. You ever have that time in your life where you smell something and you get flooded with memories? You're like, holy shit, I haven't smelt that since I was da-da-da-da. That just happened to me when I was just thinking like that. That's weird. I could see the direction the light was coming in through the window. I can see the shadows falling over things. I remember that school so well. I remember there was a kid, Pete. You used to be able to get janitor duty or different duties to teach you little life lessons and stuff about a job or working somewhere or doing something. Christ, my hair is just a wreck tonight. I went and did janitorial duty with him. When I did that, I don't know. I'm a weird person. If you haven't figured that out yet, I like things in quantities. If I could have a box of 6-sided dice all packed nicely, I would be thrilled. But I'd never take a single die out of it because it's too perfect. I don't know how that classifies me, or if there's something in my brain that makes me a type of person that does things like that, but getting a box of something untouched, like cards or something like that, I have a hard time. If I don't play Magic, but I could see myself getting a box set of Magic. I think I did when I was really young. The very first box that ever came out, the little one, the starter deck. And I just remember wanting to keep it all together and nice and neat. Is there something wrong with a person that lives that life that way? I don't know. I think there might be. I think that's my problem, but that's really weird. It's funny how memories work, because I have a hard time recollecting anything from earlier than maybe 12. There's a few instances, as we all know from the late night discussions that we have from time to time. I heard the front door open. Anywho, I'll dig a little bit deeper into memories and wrestling on our next episode. I'm sorry to keep you so late tonight. Try the Pringles if you find them. And thank you guys for always coming back. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Nick, for favoriting my tweet. You rock. You rock my lame ass into the ground. Yeah. You and your walking impressions and your beard. Don't forget to make someone smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the rain. Let's live every moment to the fullest and love every moment. Because you never know when that last one's going to come around. So, thank you guys for joining me along this journey. I promise you a Christmas episode is on the way. I renamed all the footage, like I said earlier. Now it's just a matter of going through it and slapping it together and saying some silly things in between it. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves. And, I think it's a good way of thinking. I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40. All right? You take care.